Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea and I'm here with my second update for Same Pan Last Year. This is a Fantastic Ladies collab created by Shelley from Unapologetically Shelley, and she took a bunch of different holidays, like some major ones, some less known ones maybe, like National Makeup Day, and she created prompts for them. So she left this project pretty open-ended because that's just the kind of gal Shelley is. She doesn't like rules. So it's pretty much do it however you want, which I appreciate. So I decided that I was going to roll in the prompts for the month that I do my update in. So it's March. I'm going to roll in the March prompts, and it has nothing to do with whether I finished anything. Spoiler alert, I haven't. I'm just going to roll prompts in that correspond to whatever month every update. I did roll in like all the kind of Christmassy, December-y prompts already just to make sure I get to them, because this is an 11-month project, not a 12-month project. So this ends December 8th, and if I waited, I don't want to wait until November and do like all of November and December at the same time. So I figured I'd front load the project and then work my way forward through the calendar like that. I'll start with the January, February, then I'll skip down to the December, and then I'll come back to the March. That might be a little convoluted, but whatever. It's just easier for me to go in order of my list that I have written down. So number 1 is New Year's Day, which is obviously January 1st. A new item in your collection. This is the only prompt pretty much that calls for a new item, and I should back up. The premise of this project, besides like doing the holidays, is to tie the holidays and the prompts in with older products in your collection that you may have bought around the time of the holiday. So for the most part, I mean, again, it's Shelley, so she doesn't really care, but for the most part, it's supposed to be like kind of going through your collection and finding some of the older, maybe more neglected things. Anyway, this is the exception. This is the one that's a new prompt. And I picked my Odin's Eye Sulmane blusher in Peach Gleam. This is what it looks like. It's very bright. It's very pretty. And I have a 10-use goal, and I've got 3 uses on it. So there it is. I like a good like peachy orangey blush. I'm not wearing it today, by the way, but I do like a good peachy orangey blush, and this one is really nice. So still got 7 uses to go, but I'm working on a crap ton of blushes. I don't know why I tell you every single update of every single project that I'm working on a crap ton of stuff, because you already know that because I say it all the time. Number 2 for Chinese New Year, which is January 22nd this year. I'm not super well versed on Chinese New Year. I don't think it falls on the same day every year, but I could be wrong. But either way, this year it was on January 22nd. So you could pick pick a product related to one of the animals of the different years, or you can pick any item related to an animal. So I did cheat a little bit because this is another new item, but I wanted to use it before it became an old item. This is my Hourglass Elephant palette from this year. Well, December 2020 anyway, but this is it right here. It's got the 2 finishing powders, a strobe, like highlighting powder, a bronzer, and 2 blushes. And I want to use each pan 5 times. So which is which? This is dim light, this is soft light, and this is beaming strobe light. I have used all 3 of these 5 times each. And then the lustrous bronze light I've used 4 times. And then the 2 blushes, this is Iridescent Coral, this is Radiant Rose. Radiant Rose is the blush that I'm wearing today. I've used those 3 times. So I still have 1 more to go on the bronzer, 2 times each on the blushes, and then I will be able to roll this out. So I should be able to roll this out next update, but I'm not making any promises because I'm working on a little blush and bronzer and everything else. But that is staying in, obviously. Okay, the next 3 are the prompts that I rolled in last month for February. So first is Black History Month, which is, of course, all of February. So that's a product from a black-owned makeup brand. I brought in my smudge-proof lip liner from the Lip Bar in Straight Face. And this is it. That's the color. I was wearing it earlier. Like, you can kind of see it a little bit. Like, I filled my lips in and then I put a lip gloss on top of it today. But, you know, I ate lunch and everything and it kind of wore away. But it's a really bright red. And my goal is to finish this because, you know, why the heck not? I need to at least attempt to finish some stuff. So there's that. I've got 3 uses on it so far, so not the best, but what are you gonna do? Next is Groundhog Day, February 2nd, a product you keep repeat purchasing or are doomed to pan forever. I mean, this one is kind of both because eyeliners do take me a really long time, but this is the Ulta Beauty Gel Eyeliner in Copper. I have a backup of this because I love this shade, and it's just super pretty, and you can kind of maybe see, they don't translate on the eye, but there are like silver sparkles in it too. I am wearing this on my lower waterline today, and I want to finish this as well. I think I made markings in a book somewhere. Damned if I know. I'm not going to bother looking for it right now, but I've only used it 4 times, so either way, there's not going to really be any progress to show on those yet. So maybe like every couple of months, hopefully I'll be able to show you some progress on a tracker sheet, but not this month. Then the last February prompt is Valentine's Day, February 14th. Red, pink, heart-shaped, or love-themed. Well, of course, I had to bring in my Natasha Denona Love Palette. I've had this for quite a while, and I've used it like once or twice. I may have used it No Pan Left Behind before, but I'm not quite sure. But I decided, again, I do want to, I don't know, I want to use my eyeshadow palettes. I want to use as many of them as I can, but I also want to use them like more than once, or each shade more than once. So for this one, I decided I was going to bring it in No Pan Left Behind style, but No Pan Left Behind style 3 times. That's just a really stupid way of saying that I want to use each shade 3 times. I don't know why I didn't just say it that way, but that is the plan. So as of right now, whoops, I've used this once, this twice. I actually do have this in my crease today. This once, and I'm not giving names because that is too much trouble. I have used this once. That's the shimmer that's like on the outer portion of my lid. I've used this shade twice. This is in my transition area. I've used this shade once and this shade twice. So I still have a ways to go, but I did use it. It's like 2 or 3 times. So that's good for me, and I'm not going to complain about it. And I have all year to hit my goal on that, so I'm not worried. Okay, next we're jumping all the way down to prompt number 29, which is winter, a winter-themed item. Wait, that's not the right one. It's this one. This is an item I haven't used once. This is my Zoya polish in the shade Elsa, because, Elsa from Frozen, it's blue. You get where I'm going with this. I want to use this 5 times, and I have not used it once. So, yeah. I just have not been painting my nails very much lately, because all I've been wanting to do is, like, knit, and you can't knit or crochet when your nails are freshly done. So, it's kind of taking priority. I'm working on too many polishes. Like, I need to start prioritizing them a little bit, but it hasn't happened yet. Next is holiday, and she just listed a bunch of different holidays in December, and I'm not going to go through the list because it's pretty long, but it's just something from the holiday season or related to any of the specific holidays. I brought in my Glaminatrix Silent Night palette, and my goal is to use each shade 5 times. So I've used Fairy Lights 3 times. That's what I have on my inner corner today. Gingerbread once. Jingle Bells twice. This is what's on like the inner half of my lid. Mistletoe I've used once. Stocking I've used 3 times, like kind of shockingly. It's kind of covered up with that Natasha Denona shade, but that's the matte that's in my outer corner. It pulls way like more berry than it looks in here. It looks very dark red in here, but it's much more berry toned when it's on my eye anyway, so it's a lot easier to use than I thought it would be. Tinsel I've used once, Slay I've used once, and Bubbles I've used once. So I've still got a ways to go on all of these eyeshadows, but I love Glaminatrix, so I'm not mad. Next, for Boxing Day, which is December 26th, it's for all my friends from Great Britain, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, a budget item in honor of the day. Presents were given to servants, tradespeople, and the poor. And I decided to bring in this e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine because I've had these forever. Like, I have this one and I have at least one other one, maybe 2, and I haven't used them. So this is in the shade Cheery. That is what it looks like. And I used it 6 times. So, I mean, this is it rolled. Well, I don't know what the point of me doing that, but like there's really not a ton of product in here, and I don't dig things out because I don't have time for that. So theoretically it shouldn't take very long, but I mean it's a quite pigmented, like kind of balmy lipstick, I guess. So it's not something that I can just kind of put on before bed because I don't want to get that color all over my sheets. So I just have to be in the mood to wear that color, or, remember that it's in a project till you use it. Then for presents, any item you've gotten as a gift for any reason, including gift with purchase. I brought in my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade 2, which is Fair Light, because Lisa gifted this to me. And I can't really see how much I've used. Anyway, I brought this in for 23 uses because it's 2023, and I've used it 11 times so far. So I've got 12 more to go, and why am I doing 2 things at once? And it's really nice. I mean, it's supposed to be a dupe, I think, for the Charlotte Tilbury, is it the Hollywood Flawless filter? I don't know. I don't have that. But, I mean, it's very similar to the Auric Glow Lush, which I do have and I love. But this is a really nice, like, drugstore budget option, and I have not had any problems with it, and I really like it. So I've got 12 more uses to go on that one. Okay, and then the last prompt before I bring in my new prompts for March was the last prompt that Shelley created, which is add your own special day and create a prompt if I've missed one that you celebrate. And I rolled this in last month because, as I explained in my last update, the day before Lent around here is known as Fat Tuesday, which we also call Punchki Day, because punchkis are Polish donuts. They're yeasted donuts that are only made right before Lent, because that is the time when everybody is trying to get all of like their fats and sugars and sweet things out of their house before Lent. And they are freaking delicious. And I had some punchkis, man, let me tell you. Like I said in my last update, the specialty grocery, even though it's an Italian grocery, they sell like homemade punchkis. They have a cannoli filled one. Oh my god, it's so good. It was so good. I love punchkis. So for that, since punchkis are donuts, I brought in this Glam Light lip gloss in the shade Donut, and I want to finish it. I've used it. It was practically brand new. I've had these for quite a while. I may have used it like once or twice before I brought it in, but I've got 7 uses on it. I haven't made a mark on it, but it's actually, I can see where it settled, and it's like right there after 7 uses. So it's going to take a while, but the fact that I can actually see progress after only 7 uses is kind of motivating to make me think that I might actually be able to finish this before the end of the project. But we'll see. Okay, and now for the March the March roll-ins. So first is Women's History Month, which is all of March. Anything from a woman-owned brand. And I decided I was going to bring in this mini, I guess it's a mini / travel size of the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. This is a woman-owned brand. And I am obviously going to finish this up because this is only a 4 ounce. No. This is only a 40 ml spray bottle. So I think I can do that pretty easily given the way that I go through sprays. So I'm bringing that into finish. The next one is spring. A spring palette or an item you got last spring or any previous spring. This palette is several years old, so I don't know, but it's very spring-like. It's my ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. I am just bringing this one in for no pan left behind, like straight out. You can see I do have 2 pans in it already from, I believe both of those are from like my very first year of doing Pan Those eyeshadows. But it's a really pretty, peachy, corally palette, and I really like it a lot, especially for spring, and these tones just make my eyes look super blue. I just have not reached for this in ages and ages, so I need to use it again, especially, are these both Super Shocks? I think just this one is a Super Shock, and it's like all, I mean, it still has color, it's just not really Super Shocky anymore, but, and then there's 2 glitters in it. I don't mind, I will wear glitter, it doesn't matter to me, but, so there's 12 shades, so I have to use each of them 1 time. And then finally, we have St. Patrick's Day, which is March 17th. A green item or a leprechaun item, pot of gold or small. So I went with small. And, whoa, oh my goodness. So I went with small. This is a tiny sample of the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand in the shade Alight. I think it's kind of like a hybrid concealer / liquid highlighter. I would never wear this under my eyes, to brighten under my eyes, but we'll see. I did swatch it before and it seemed kind of dry. You can see where it's at right here, but I don't know. We'll see. This is itty bitty. It's 0.5 milliliters, so hopefully it won't be too much trouble for me to finish this, but this is me we're talking about. So that is what I'm going to bring in for St. Patrick's Day. And with that, that is my update for Same Pan last year. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!